Good morning. Welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 22nd January 2026 Aries. Study of religion and spiritual matters could be particular interest today, and you're likely to discuss your knowledge and beliefs regarding such matters with a close friend. That could prove rather enlightening for both of you. Whatever you learn will prove to be artistically inspiring, so don't be surprised if you find yourself spending some time writing down your thoughts or turning them into pictures. Taurus. Today, communication with others is more likely to be on a subtle rather than verbal level. When the phone rings, you might already know who it is. Before you pick up, you could also pick up telepathically on the thoughts of others. Books and articles about people who have similar experiences could increase your understanding of them. Don't fight it, just go with the flow. Gemini. Inspiration drawn from recent religious or spiritual occurrences could have you writing down account of your experience. Perhaps the idea of someday publishing them. Your concentration could well be intense, as writing for you today may not only be creative but therapeutic. It will also help to attend classes or workshops simply to discuss the subject with a friend, because knowledge is essential. Cancer. You should feel especially strong and healthy today. The drive to exercise, particularly if you do it alone outdoors, is likely to get the endorphins going, giving you that natural high, which could lead you to an increased level of inspiration and intuition. After you finish, it might be a good idea to sit in a park, preferably near the water, to allow yourself to calm down, meditate, and take a closer look at your inner state. Leo. Today you might find yourself picking up uncanny telepathic messages from friends who live far away. A telephone call might reveal this person and just received some good news and that they were thinking of you. This probably won't be the only experience you have today. Your level of intuition is very high, so be prepared for some unusually strong psychic messages. Virgo. Creative inspiration flows freely today, enabling you to channel it more than one way. An opportunity to earn a sizable fee during the something artistic could come your way as well. Metaphysical studies can be involved. This might represent the attainment of a long-term goal that you've been striving to reach, and therefore you're apt to be rather excited about it. Tonight, go out and celebrate your success with your friends. Libra. Usually you prefer to approach events with a practical and scientific attitude, but today you're freely especially intuitive and more aware of the other worlds, so it might be difficult to hang on to your usual mindset. Some uncomfortable feelings you've had about events in the news could prove to be accurate, which might be a bit disconcerting. Remember that there is so much in the universe that can't be explained through logic or science. Scorpio. If you've been thinking about taking up the study of astrology, numerology, alchemy, or any other occult science, this is the day to get started. Adherence to facts about rules that combine with enhanced telepathic abilities to bring about the beginning skills in such fields. Look up some friends who share your interest and arrange or attend a class or workshop on whatever subject appeals to you most. At the day's end, your mind should be spinning. Sagittarius. Some rather intense and vivid dreams could inspire you to embark on some in-depth study on a subject that specifically interests you. This could involve the arts, philosophy, or metaphysics. Travel plans to one of the world's greatest spiritual centers such as Jerusalem, Glastonbury, or Vrindavan might be on your mind as well. Your level of intuition is very high today, so whatever you dream of doing, going into it will be the best thing you could do. Capricorn. Romantic relationships take on a fairy tale aura, bringing up the kind of desire, passion, and sense of unity associated with Lancelot and Genevieve. Therefore, this should be a wonderful day to schedule an intimate evening with a romantic partner. You could feel so much in tune with your friend that may come and with the woods at the same time. Enjoy this wonderful feeling, but don't lose sight of reality. Aquarius. Today you might attend more than one group activity or social event involving spiritual or metaphysical matters. Your sense of intuition is very high, and your level of understanding is especially acute. Therefore, concepts that could be confusing at sometimes could seem clearer as hell today. You might form strong bonds with others who are also present, and you might make plans to meet them again in the future. Pisces. Intellectual or artistic work could take a lot of your time today. Your level of inspiration is high and you're apt to be full of ideas that others would find beneficial. You're also likely to sense the thoughts and feelings of those around you before they themselves are consciously aware. This not only increases your career standing, it could help you in the love department as well. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 22nd January 2026. Have yourself a great and wonderful day.
Well, I mean, here we are already, the eve of the weekend. It's Thursday morning. Good morning, guys. How are you doing? It's the morning show on DBS. All of the wonderful viewers who tune in every morning to get your taste of vibe and energy to start your day off on the right note. Well, we appreciate you so much. We can't call names now, but there's a lot of you, and we do appreciate you so much. As usual, let's go on over to our news department and see what we're working with.
Good morning. A security guard's tragic murder at a local supermarket has ignited urgent conversations about the cost of safety and who ultimately bears it. While business leaders confirm the private sector is investing heavily in security, they warn that these measures come at a price, often passed directly to consumers, even as they call for a harder look at armed guards and deeper collaboration to stem a rising tide of crime.
So they have been investing. Could they invest more? Sure. Could more businesses do more? I'm certain that the security experts could make recommendations that would suggest they do more. Yet the Chamber is more concerned that they have to do that. We should have a society where that extensive investment in security should not be necessary. So we think that yes, you need to do what you have to do, but it is signs of the times and signs of an unfortunate situation.
On the topic of businesses utilizing armed and trained guards instead of watchmen, Mr. Luisi says the Chamber has not had any formal discussions on the matter. However, he urges businesses and business owners to evaluate their own security situation, the risks involved, and the insurance implications for them. Now, an audience of dignitaries and literary enthusiasts leaned in as Professor Canisia Lubrin posed a provocative question on Tuesday evening. What becomes of a people's history when their children are without books? This powerful inquiry ignited the 2026 Sir Derek Walcott Memorial Lecture, transforming it into more than a tribute. It became a resonant exploration of storytelling itself, where a scholarly lecture met rhythmic spoken word to honor the island's Nobel laureate in a night of profound cultural reflection.
These principles keep imagination balanced on the edge of life and death, or on both sides of life, where the real and surreal become a whole. It is twofold, of loss and of what Derek Walcott, in his praise of the central bond between art and life, calls elation. Long before I knew to name this bedrock of my own imagination, the folk tradition I was born into staged subversively the inner and outer world.
The lecture offered a fitting contribution to Nobel Laureate Month, reminding audiences that even in the absence of books, stories endure, sometimes spoken, sometimes performed, and always powerful. In a series of high-stakes meetings with industry leaders, newly appointed Commerce Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire has identified some seaport delays, public sector bureaucracy, and the critical skills shortage as the top obstacles throttling St. Lucia's economic potential, launching a targeted push to streamline government and unlock growth in sectors from manufacturing to fashion.
The discussions with the St. Lucia Manufacturers Association was really fruitful. Manufacturing is a critical component of our economy, and there are challenges. A lot of good work has been done. A lot of our manufacturers are excellent in what they do, but there are a lot of structural challenges. And today was an opportunity for us to discuss some of those challenges, from the efficiency of the port to the skills gap that exists in St. Lucia, and to just simple things like how approvals are done by various government agencies and how that can affect business.
These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Thank you, guys. Let's take a short break. We'll be back. We promised you we were going to stay on the movement of the repair committee, and they're about to undertake their very first event here in St. Lucia. Here is Shreween Gonzales with the details. Just recently, we had this young lady here, and we got introduced to the repair campaign, and we said stay tuned, and we promised that this is a movement we're going to stick to, because we need to play our part in keeping the awareness up and keeping people informed and woke. These are things that affect our lives one way or the other. Our lives had been affected one way or the other through these whole, what we're calling for now, reparation. And Repair St. Lucia is just launched their St. Lucian arm. They've been around for a while.
Yes.
They just launched their St. Lucian arm, headed by yours truly, Shreween Gonzales here. And we said, listen, we're here for whatever. So, Shreween, finally, the first official event.
Yes.
And as promised, we're here to find out all the details, because that's the idea, that's the aim.
Yes. So our first event in St. Lucia is going to be called Reparations in St. Lucia. It takes all of us, it affects all of us. So this event is happening. It's a meet the organizer event, actually. So I'm inviting the community to meet me, ask questions, do some networking, and hear some of the things I will be taking part in or doing across St. Lucia for the next few months.
Right.
So the event is on the 26th.
Okay.
And it's taking...
Of January?
January, that's next Monday. So it's taking place at Tranquil Manor in Rodney Bay. Now, a lot of people are asking, where is that? Where is that?
Yeah.
That's just behind Big Chef.
Oh.
Just behind Big Chef there. It's a beautiful apartment, a beautiful venue right there on the water, so it's nice. We could have a little networking time, but also it's to tell you about exactly what I'm going to be doing, what my plans are for the next few months. I will have Miss Compton Fiona doing some presentations on history, the historical aspect of the work we do, as well as Mr. Ulbuske, who is the head of the St. Lucia Reparations Committee. So he will be there speaking and telling everybody what our plans are for the coming months here in St. Lucia.
Oh, this sounds like a plan. We're definitely doing something now. We're getting this ball rolling on the right note. In your before you took up that post, obviously you were following the movement, the reparation movement. There's the St. Lucia leg, like you mentioned, Ulbuske, with their own reparation legs. We've got a lot of work to do still in terms of educating. So you're coming in at this time under the repair committee brand. Is to continue the education process, right?
Yes. From my experience, what I've realized is a lot of people hear about reparations, they understand what it means, but they don't know how that will happen. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to the young people? What does it mean to the Rastafarians? What does reparation look like? Oh, am I going to get a payout of $1,000 in my pocket? No. So this is what the event is about. It's going to be explaining that we are working alongside the CARICOM 10-point plan. We are following, in fact, we're being led by CARICOM, and we will be educating the communities, the nation, the students about what it is the CARICOM 10-point plan is, what it entails, and how it's going to be distributed when reparation eventually happens, when we get our reparations.
You know something I've realized, Shreween? A lot of people, before we even get to the how it happening, what is going to happen after, what I've realized and discovered is a lot of people don't understand the why.
Yes.
Why reparation? Yes. Why are we calling for this? Why is there a movement to ask these countries for that? Why? How? Some people think it's a bold and brave, and some people think it's obnoxious because they do not understand the history of all of that and why it is that this is necessary. So I think a lot of education and information has to, surround that part, the why. And I think you guys cover this as well.
Yes, I mean, what people don't realize is they think, okay, the transatlantic slave trade took place 400 years ago, all this time ago. Why are we bringing this up? Why are we bothering? What they don't realize is it's still impacting us. Yeah. A majority of our systems in the Caribbean is still based on colonial colonial ways. They were the ones who put these institutions in place. So we are actually still working towards building them in the UK and in Europe and all the other colonial masters across the world. We now have to show it is impacting us every day. Our healthcare, our education system, our political system, our judiciary system, all of these things are around the old colonial ways. We need to stand up for ourselves. And when people say, well, why are you asking for reparations now? We've been asking for reparations from day one. We've been asking for reparations. Our ancestors were fighting for reparations. And what did they do? They paid reparations to the enslavers.
Oh gosh,
The enslavers, they had to pay them for stopping their business, for stopping their trade, so they needed to be paid for that. And our ancestors got nothing. They were the ones doing all the work. So when people say, oh, it was all these years ago, I say no, it's still happening today. It's just happening in a different way, but it's still happening today. So this is why we need to get reparations. The Jewish people got reparations after Hitler. The enslavers got reparations. The Japanese people got reparations. We're the only ones who went through these huge humanitarian, gosh, I don't even know what to call it. It was an atrocity, and we never got anything for that. They just left us here to deal with it.
And
we're still dealing with it. So this is why reparations are important. This is why we need them to take accountability for what they did and then move towards a different future for ourselves. We build, we put things into place for ourselves because we know our people.
Absolutely. And again, just throw the date finally.
26th of January at from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So it's an after work kind of vibe. Come and chill, come and speak, come and ask questions, come network, come and learn something. And if there's anything, any way you feel like you could contribute, because I'm also looking to build my core team of people who will be working with me for the next few months. And so if you feel you have something to contribute, please feel free to come step in and make yourself available.
Right. And do you have a social handle that persons can follow up everything repair?
Yes. So they could check out the repair campaign across all social media. So Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, the repair campaign, everything will be put on there. If you follow Know Your Caribbean as well, it's on Know Your Caribbean because she works with the repair campaign as well. And my personal page, Shreween Gonzales, on Instagram, Shreween_Gonzales on Instagram. Everything will be posted on there.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we look forward to the start of this movement. Certainly, it was about time. So let's see what that that breeds.
Yes.
Thank you again. As a Caribbean, you know what, we are connected in so many ways, and even more so now than ever, we are seeing the need for us to not just move in individualism, but to unite and take on the world by a united front. So I always encourage the opportunity to connect with people within the Caribbean community. And we have one such lady that we are excited to introduce to you today. She's a musician. She just released some of her new music as well. You might be blessed, who knows. Her name is Pretty D. You go by the name of Pretty D. That's your musical name. But you also have a story. You're here because you just released one of your latest single, Move Up. And the song Bad. It's bad. Yeah, I'm not ask nobody.
Thank you.
Just joking. Right. So we are here to talk about that, but we also wanted to get a little insight as to you on this musical journey, because sometimes it's not the easiest road. You have a talent. You've been given the gift, you have it, but getting it from gift to realization is sometimes a hard road, and maybe even more so for women. We are not sexualizing the thing, but it's a reality. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your journey in this.
Well, it has not been easy. As you said before, it's a more male dominant industry.
Yeah.
It's a bit rocky at times and a lot overwhelming.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I have faith. This is my dream. This is my passion, and I intend on not giving up on it.
Good girl.
You know, despite the confusion at time and the noise, I'm trying my best to stay focused. It is really hard, but I'm doing it.
Your tenacity, yeah, could very well be shaping or inspiring some other persons that's viewing this right now. You want to talk a little bit about what that moment was like, some of the emotions that you went through in that time, and now, before you were able to pick yourself back up and say, listen, this is for me.
Listen, I have a daughter. She's 10 years of age.
Okay.
Thing motivates me. It's like I'm stuck in a place where I have no choice. Like I have no other choice than to get up and do it.
And make it work.
Even when persons out there be like, hey, boss yet, like them not understand. Rome did in one night.
Absolutely.
I have to take my time, and I am getting the recognition and all of that. It is really rough. It is really rough. Worse when you don't have a certain level of supportive system behind of you.
Yes.
And you have to remain focused and remain resilient. You have to keep your head in the game because believe me, music is like domino, it flips. You get me, can turn at you at any time. This moment you're on a high, and the next moment you're so it's like with the momentum, you have to keep up with what's happening. You have to always be in the streets. You have to be hearing. It's really hard. But as I said, my daughter,
she motivates
just
you.
Even looking at her, I'm like,
yeah. There's no other option in it. There's no other option in it. Yeah, there's not a plan B.
It is so high. Trust me, I have to can afford her. So
Absolutely. I like this. Now let's fast forward now to where we are, because you're back on the wheel. You're pushing through. You just released your latest single, "Move Up." Tell us a little bit about that. When I've been listening to it, I like the flow. I like the vibe. It really is. It's a powerful song. There's a level of command in the delivery of that song that you can't deny. So is this a personal thing going on here? Because when I listen to the song, I'm tempted to take that personal, boy.
A personal thing. I mean, this is a song that I actually step out of my comfort zone because I'm more like a raunchy type of artist.
Okay.
Like the song, listen to me, my songs like before that, it's more hardcore and more raunchy. But this time, my emotions and what I was feeling at the moment, and it was so ironic that my producer sent me this rhythm. It was just so soft and it was relatable. And I'm like, we can actually build up my art on this.
Yeah.
It was what I was feeling at the moment. So probably persons are like, I'm gonna used to or sing this type of songs, but I had to let it go because sometimes in a life you have to just let go what is inside, Yeah. And I felt like I wanted to do that. And Move Up, it is personal. I've been through heartbreak and it was rough. It was hard. And just the power that you have to gain and you have to set back and you have to say, hey, it's time for me to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it, and I'm sure our viewers, they're gonna love it as well. What has been the response since the release? The ladies, I'm sure, is loving it. Where
go through when me I go through, but when everybody like talk them business, some persons don't like say, go out and spill because them feel like them don't want them business, but sometimes them just want to use one earphone and stuck in them ears and listen to something or resonate to what they're going through. A lot of persons reach out to me and say them love this song, and even if it's not them present relationship, it could have been the past or something before that, but them can relate to it in some way, and that is what I love.
Absolutely.
It's that resonate to the ladies and them feel themselves, them feel empowered, them feel like them can do this again. All up and continue thriving. It's not the end of a breakup. There's always a light through the tunnel.
Move Up. Certainly. Where can we find you, Pretty? I mean, I can guarantee you, the people who are not yet used to you in St. Lucia is going to go want to find you. Where can we find you?
You can find me at prettily_official and Instagram prettily_official. On YouTube, just type in prettily. I want prettily. So from
One
Mr. the pretty
Pretty.
girl.
Never two. Never two, my girl. You're amazing. And the song is on all streaming platforms as well because it's really, it's a lovely song.
Yeah, just type in prettily, move up, it's there.
Absolutely. I absolutely love that conversation today, and I'm sure my viewers will be blessed as well. Thank you. Thank you for connecting with us. And you know what? You don't be a stranger, man. Know that we've connected with you. Once the music them start to flow, which they will, we'll be here, and we appreciate you. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good one. Bye bye. Not much long talking for this one. Legacy is definitely back. The excitement is on. Destra is headlining, and the cast is amazing. We're looking forward to it again. Teddy Francis, what's going on? It has been 8 years. This year is going to be marking the 8th anniversary of Legacy, and Legacy has become a staple of the calendar of activities for the St. Lucia Independence Celebration. Everybody looks forward to Legacy, and Teddy, you were so correct when you said, you know what? In the past, most of the independence celebration seems to have been curated around, private kind of, secluded officialdom. This one, everybody feels included.
Right.
So it's no wonder that it has become such a highly anticipated one. We're here again, Teddy, and we're excited. We're anticipating what's to come. Lineup already out there. Ticket, is out there already. Yeah, tickets is out there already with your early bird, your giveaway, because it's like giveaway, you're giving away the show,
You always make the point, Maureen.
Yeah.
It should be more than that. The ticket should be a little more expensive. But independence is the people, and we go in with it,
Absolutely.
You made a good point. We always claim that our event, Legacy, provides grassroots relevance and early momentum to independence, both.
Yes.
It brings it to the people a kind of relevance. That's the most popular independence event by far.
Nice.
The whole country feels it, even if we're only allowing a limited number in the pavilion at Rodney Bay. But also momentum. Independence hasn't been launched yet, but right away the connection is there with Legacy. You get going even before the official launch of independence. So relevance and momentum,
Right.
And so we're happy. And as we said, we Saturday, September, what is it, September?
There's something
February.
with September and Teddy. Something
February.
happened and we got to follow him. We got to take a camera and follow him in September because
February.
there's something exciting.
Yeah, February
7th.
7th. Over at the pavilion on Rodney Bay from
Right.
8 o'clock. The brand is solid, starting on time, and a powerful cast.
You have made it your business, Teddy, that space is curated where you found a lovely platform to engage the what has been with the in the middle to the upcoming
Transgenerational,
cross-generational,
and
wonderful
hence the
country.
name, meaning is not an arbitrary term. We didn't just pluck it out. Legacy, meaning that handing over from generation, nostalgia of the good old classic tunes and heritage and tradition into the kind of mid-range, and now to the youngsters. So we have Caribbean and St. Lucian icons dealing with the contemporary artists, who in turn share with the upcoming stars. So it really, and the people appreciate it. Even the youngsters respect the heritage. They know the popular tunes. Even if they were kids at school, their parents dance to it, they recognize then the contemporary. And so with the cast this year, we've done that. We have an app. People are thrilled at the headliner, Destra Garcia, one of the greatest artists ever out of the Caribbean.
My twin.
Yes, a marine lookalike. Everybody says so. What you have, Spanish, Portuguese in y'all, something? The mix up.
Something, yeah.
And then, so that's Destra with catalog like crazy, groovy, power. Collaborations with the big names, lots of music from Destra, and people are really thrilled. She really lifted the standard. We've had good response, good quality of the years, but Destra takes it to another level. And she, along with, we have a tease, we say a little groovy, people are calling it a clash. We say the top 3 groovy personalities and performers in St. Lucia, the exponents of that groovy subgenre, Arthur, Alpha, and Teddy
Teddy
St. John.
St. John.
And Teddy St. John doing his vintage set, some of the old tunes that really rock people and made his name. And then we go on to Ashanti, Educator, Desrel. We have Black Eye with that song, so renewed popularity and relevance of Rambo diplomacy about the international affairs happening with United States and other players. And that song treats people looking forward to celebrating that on the night, along with Short Pants, one of the old veterans in there, and a nice mix of lots of artists. Manchas in there, the two-time OECS champion. He has some of the greatest old groovy hits, and he'll be there. Absolutely. It's really a bumper package, lots of fun from Legacy from the start. We have people like Divine, the young New Calypsonian, expose a few. Lushan is likely to be on, our New Calypsonian. So the New Calypsonian sharing the stage with the experienced ones and the Caribbean icons. A bumper package. As you said, Maureen, only $120 for early bird. Catch them early. People always complain at the end they didn't get the tickets on time. Don't wait. Get your tickets at $120. It moves after the limited number finish to $150.
Right, where can we get those tickets?
At Steve's Barbershop and The Wave.
Absolutely. So this is your ticket outlets. Now, speak a little bit, Teddy, to the atmosphere. I mean, in the past, what sort of an atmosphere is created? If someone is coming out to Legacy, it's their first time. They're going to be birthed for the first time at Legacy 8. You know, what sort of atmosphere? Because I know you normally curate the space. If persons want to have a sit down and enjoy the show, they can do that.
Right.
Normally they end up in dancing anyway,
Right.
but you know, you have that option
The
available.
seating is provided for all patrons, but what invariably happens when the show gets warm, move into the more festive songs, people put the chairs aside and have a nice dance, still allowing those who want to remain seated. Very mature people attend the show as well as very young. So it's a nice balance. You're seated comfortably, but you're free and you have space to shake a leg and dance and sing along. And that too is the point made. You made a good point about the ladies like the gentlemen like to dress up. Legacy brand is such that people know you dress a little nicely. You don't come too raggedy, you know. They make the effort. We're not telling people how to dress, but we tell them to do legacy chic, we call it.
Yeah.
Legacy chic. You dress nicely. This year we're giving some prizes for the best dressed ladies. A nice outfit from about 5 boutiques, one each for the top 5 or so best. Nice little class to it as we celebrate independence and celebrate the growth of Legacy, one of the more popular events for independence and indeed on the entertainment calendar, Marie.
Absolutely. Now, in wrapping up, Teddy, where can we continue to follow? Because there's always updates, there's always keeping in tune. And if
Legacy Calypso online, just go to Facebook, Legacy Calypso, and Instagram.
Absolutely.
Legacy, and you follow, and of course RCI page, very active in promoting. And on Marine every morning between 8:30 and 9, and again RCI, well RCI all day, but also another bump half hour between 5 and 5:30 in the afternoon.
Absolutely.
So what you tell them again, Maureen, is Saturday, February 7th, 8 p.m. 8 p.m.
Pavilion at 8 p.m.
Destra is the headliner, great artists from Trinidad and lots of local artists headed by Alpha and Teddy St. John. Ashanti is in there, the Calypso Educator is in there also, a good mix of all the artists. And we're starting on time at 8 o'clock. Steve's Barbershop and The Wave. Get your tickets, $120 early bird, $150 if you wait too late and have to get the regular. We'll see you there. Maureen, you have your outfit yet?
Definitely see you there. But you know that does have to take a little time. But, you know, I normally get it right at the
But you can't take part, they say you're disqualified.
I'm one of the judges. Though.
Right,
okay.
you're one of the main judges.
We got that.
Legacy, thank you, Maureen. Yeah.
It is such a beautiful, it is such a beautiful day, nice and windy. Take some time to enjoy and feel the breeze on yourself today, on the faces. Let's take it all in, the sunshine, just keep your head up and just take it all in, the simple things in life, the other luxurious things in life. It is said that the person meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. I don't know what that means to you today, but food for thought. A person meets his destiny on the road he normally chooses to avoid it. Be careful. Have an awesome day. Let's do it again tomorrow.